You know, when you're building a new home, it's so easy to get caught up in the fun stuff, right? You're picking out countertops, flooring, that perfect paint color. But what if the most important decisions you'll make are actually about the things you can't even see? Today, we're going to go behind the walls and really explore the world of high-performance homes to figure out their true return on investment.
So let's just get right to it. This is the big question on everyone's mind, isn't it? Are these high-performance homes a genuinely smart financial move, or are they just a trendy, expensive fad? Well, over the next few minutes, we're going to break down the real numbers and the pretty surprising benefits to give you a clear, no-nonsense answer.
First things first, what exactly is a high-performance home? Look, it's not just about slapping a few solar panels on the roof and calling it a day. Think of it more like a Formula One race car. Every single piece, the engine, the frame, the aerodynamics, it's all engineered to work together in perfect harmony. In a house, that means the outer shell, the heating and cooling, the windows. They're all part of one finely tuned system, and it's all designed for incredible results.
Okay, to really wrap your head around the value here, we have to make a little mindset shift. It's so easy to just fixate on that upfront sticker price, but that's only the first chapter of the story. The real number you've got to watch is the total cost of ownership. That's what you pay for your mortgage plus all your utilities month after month for as long as you live there.
So let's just tackle that sticker price head on. What are you actually paying for when you decide to go with a high-performance home?
All right, let's talk numbers. What's the bottom line? Yes, a high-performance home typically does cost more upfront, usually somewhere in the ballpark of 4 to 10% more than a standard home that's just built to the bare minimum code. But the important question isn't if it costs more, it's why it costs more and what you're really getting for that extra investment.
That extra money really gets funneled into three key areas: way better building materials, much smarter mechanical systems, and of course, the specialized labor and testing you need to put it all together with absolute precision. So let's take a quick look at each of these.
First up, the materials. We're talking about things like continuous insulation that goes on the outside of the walls. It's literally like wrapping your entire house in a seamless, warm blanket. Then you've got high-performance windows, often triple pane with insulating gas sealed inside. And finally, and this is so crucial, meticulous air and vapor barriers that seal every single joint to completely kill drafts and prevent moisture problems down the road.
Now for the engine of the house. Because the home is so perfectly sealed, you don't need a giant gas-guzzling HVAC system. Instead, you can use smaller, way smarter technology, like high-efficiency heat pumps and on-demand water heaters. And the real game changer here is the Energy Recovery Ventilator, or ERV. Just think of it as the lungs of your home. It's constantly bringing in fresh, filtered air and exhausting stale air, all while saving the energy you've already paid to heat or cool your home.
You know, here's the fundamental difference. A standard code-built home is often built with one primary goal: to just pass inspection. That's the bar. But a high-performance home is engineered from the ground up to actually perform at an incredibly high level, day in and day out, for decades.
Okay, so we've covered the costs. Now we get to the fun part. Let's dive into the return on that investment, because it shows up in some really, really powerful ways. Let's circle back to that idea of total cost of ownership. In a typical home, your monthly bill is your mortgage payment plus these high, unpredictable utility bills that can just swing wildly depending on the weather. In a high-performance home, yeah, your mortgage might be a little bit higher, but it's paired with very low, very predictable utility bills. And that simple shift completely changes the financial picture.
So how much lower are we talking for those bills? Well, a lot lower. A certified high-performance home can be 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a brand new home that just barely meets the minimum building code. That's a huge reduction.
And here's where it gets really amazing. This is what's called the positive cash flow effect. So let's say the upgrades add about $120 a month to your mortgage payment. But if those exact same upgrades are saving you $150 a month on energy, you're not just breaking even. You're actually putting an extra $30 back in your pocket every single month, right from day one. The savings are literally making you money.
But beyond the money, there's the lifestyle return on investment. And honestly, you can't put a price on this. We're talking about consistent, stable comfort. No more drafty corners or rooms that are always too hot. We're talking about vastly better indoor air quality for your family's health. And a wonderful side effect, an incredibly quiet home, shielded from all that outside noise.
And that point about air quality, it is not a small thing. I mean, check this out.
The EPA warns that the air inside our homes can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. That's what we're breathing all day. That ERV system we talked about directly tackles this problem, making your home a real investment in your family's long-term health.
And what happens when it's time to sell? Well, the data here is crystal clear. Study after study shows that homes with proven energy-efficient certifications sell for more money, anywhere from 2 to 8% higher than a similar standard home. Buyers are getting smarter, and they are absolutely willing to pay a premium for lower operating costs.
So how do you prove your home is better? You do it with a third-party certification, like the HERS Index. The easiest way to think about this is like the MPG sticker on a car. A standard new home gets a score of about 100. A high-performance home might score 50, which means it's 50% more efficient. It's a simple number that proves the home's value.
Okay, the benefits are clear, but I get it. That initial cost can still feel like a hurdle. The good news is there are specific financial tools out there designed to make this much more manageable. Let's see how you can actually make it happen. There are 3 main tools to look for. You've got federal tax credits, like the 45L credit that goes right to the builder, helping to lower the total cost. Local utility companies often have rebates for installing efficient systems, but the most powerful tool of all is something called an energy efficient mortgage, or EEM.
Here's how an EM works, and it's absolutely brilliant. After the home is designed, a third-party expert projects the monthly energy savings. The lender then gets to add those savings to your income when they're qualifying you for the loan. This lets them lend you more money, specifically to cover the cost of those energy upgrades, and it all gets rolled into one standard mortgage.
So, after looking at all of it, the costs, the financial returns, the lifestyle benefits, the financing tools, what's the final verdict here?
I love this analogy. Looking at a high-performance home only by its upfront cost is like buying a cheap, poorly made tool. You know the kind? It's frustrating to use, it doesn't work right, and it's not long before you have to replace it. A quality home, on the other hand, is like a precise, well-crafted tool. It performs perfectly every time, and it's built to last a lifetime. So at the end of the day, when you invest in a high-performance home, you're making an investment that is, first, competent, because it lowers your total cost of ownership right from the start. Second, it's precise with measurable, certified performance you can count on. And third, it's an investment with high integrity, a truly durable home that protects your health and your wealth for decades to come.
So we'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When you're planning your next move, are you just looking for a place to live? Or are you looking to make a real, lasting investment in your family's health, their comfort, and their financial future?